Welcome to the International News Channel, News LD. Today we present to you a news entitled,
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg cites uptick in aviation incidents at FAA Safety Summit reviewing serious close calls. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg on Wednesday cited an uptick in latest aviation incidents and known as on members at a Federal Aviation Administration Safety Summit to assist discover the root causes of the issue. "We're notably involved as a result of now we have seen an uptick in severe close calls," Buttigieg stated in his opening remarks, referring to a sequence of close-to collisions on runways throughout the U.S. After the Uncommon Summit, the FAA stated discussions about easy methods to stop incidents at airports ranged from overstressed pilots and flight attendants to raised airside visitors management know-how. Pilots and flight attendants expressed issues that they proceed to really feel stress in the office, together with lengthy work hours beneath antagonistic circumstances, the FAA stated following closed-door conferences. A main concern was workforce expertise and attrition. The summit comes after the FAA stated it was investigating one other close name between business airliners. The newest close name was at Reagan Nationwide Airport close to Washington, D.C., the seventh because the begin of this 12 months. On March 7, Republic Airways Flight 4736 crossed a runway, without clearance, that United Airways Flight 2003 was utilizing for takeoff, in line with a preliminary evaluate, the FAA stated. The United pilot had simply been cleared for takeoff, the company stated. An airside visitors controller seen the scenario and instantly cancelled the takeoff clearance for the United flight, the FAA stated. The FAA Safety Summit in McLean, Virginia, is the primary of its variety since 2009 and kicks off a sweeping safety evaluate the company is conducting in the wake of the incursions. The company stated it's in search of methods to deal with areas the place the prevailing safety system might be tightened, together with discovering new know-how to assist alert airside visitors controllers when airplanes and different autos are on a collision course on runways and taxiways. The FAA issued a name to business to assist determine applied sciences that might increase current capabilities of floor surveillance care and deploy this know-how to all airports with airside visitors management providers, the company stated. Later this month, the FAA will maintain a workshop on mitigating dangers at America's 200 busiest business airports. There isn't any query that aviation is amazingly secure, however vigilance can by no means take the day without work, FAA Performing Administrator Billy Nolan stated in a press release. We should ask ourselves troublesome and generally uncomfortable questions, even after we are assured that the system is sound. Buttigieg stated aviation pursuits should determine a really concrete analysis and particular motion steps to cut back the variety of close-to collisions. It will be one factor if we discovered a sure piece of know-how in the cockpit or a sure management tower the place there have been loads of points, Buttigieg advised News LD. However, as a substitute what we're discovering is that pilots, floor crews and controllers alike appear to be experiencing this uptick. Some have described it as a sort of rust. We're not going to attend for one thing unless worse to occur to behave now, he advised News LD, including that the effort sought to consequence in ensuring we are able to save lives at airports across the nation. In remarks at the opening of the summit, attended by safety investigators, business representatives, union leaders, and others, the Transportation Secretary stated the gathering is about the whole system, which suggests it's about all of us. Buttigieg stated Wednesday's summit was the primary in a sequence of coordinated occasions the FAA will conduct to search out what's working properly and what new steps must be taken to make sure safety. Air journey has had a robust safety report and is the most secure type of journey, Buttigieg stated, however we dare not take that report without any consideration. The chairwoman of the Nationwide Transportation Safety Board advised members in the summit that the safety company has made 7 suggestions on runway collisions that haven't been enacted. One is 23 years outdated and none less acceptable at the moment on know-how warning pilots of an impending collision, Chairwoman Jennifer Homendy stated. What number of instances are we going to should situation the identical suggestions over and again? She requested. Homendy stated she's already discovered one frequent situation with the 6 runway incursions they're investigating. In every case, the cockpit voice recorder, often called one of many black packing containers, was overwritten, stopping investigators from listening to what befell on the flight deck. All federal businesses right here at the moment have to ask, are we doing all the things potential to make our skies safer? We've been asking ourselves that very query at the NTSB, she stated. Nick Callio, President and CEO of Airways for America, the commerce affiliation representing the most important airways, advised the summit, there's fixed self-evaluation at all times occurring. Callio stated the airways are wanting at their knowledge to attempt to discover methods to make aviation safer in order that close calls on runways, like these beneath investigation by the NTSB, don't occur. I don't need to speculate quite a bit on what's occurred there, as a result of their all beneath investigation. And we're all attempting to find out what's going on. Is that this a pattern? Is that this a sample? He stated. Wealthy Santa, president of the Nationwide Air Visitors Controllers Affiliation Union, cited an absence of staffing in airside visitors management towers as a possible offender. Sadly, now we have a staffing situation proper now, as airside visitors controllers. We're 1,200 licensed skilled controllers, much less now than we have been 10 years in the past, he stated at the summit. It's time for us to precisely and adequately employ the amenities. Performing FAA Administrator Billy Nolan advised the summit the company is persevering with to rent and is on tempo to rent 1,500 controllers this 12 months and one other 1,800 subsequent 12 months. The NTSB is investigating the string of runway incursions involving business airliners. The near collisions on U.S. runways even have prompted federal safety investigators to open a sweeping evaluate. Final month, a Southwest passenger jet and a FedEx cargo airplane got here as close as 100 toes from colliding at an Austin, Texas, airport, and it was a pilot, not airside visitors controllers, who averted catastrophe, in line with Homendy. In January, there was an alarming close name just like this newest one. A Delta Air Traces flight was taking off from New York's John F. Kennedy Worldwide Airport when airside visitors controllers seen one other plane crossing the runway in the entrance of the departing jetliner, the FAA stated in a press release.